It's Wednesday, April 17th, 2013. We're at the site in Azilda. That was once the cross-country ski trail. And it's a place we frequently, sort of frequently come to walk. But we do walk on the trail, but it's generally quite flooded. And I'm hoping that we're going to be able to walk where we normally walk on the old road, where we usually walk. So we'll see how it works out from here. This may be the shortest film I've ever made otherwise. The spot where we normally go through, sort of a ditch, has been, since we were last here, has really been worked on. It's quite deep. I guess if you're 8 years old, you'd probably get through here easy. But anyway, our resourceful ATV types have provided another passage for us. That big concrete pillar or a block or whatever it is that was in front of the gate has been moved, and we are able to walk around through the bush and come out over here. So looks like we'll be able to walk down the road, and already my bosom buddy has found herself some water to lie in. Anyway, maybe we'll see something interesting. Be good. You'll note there's a railway track that's paralleling the road I'm on, and it's still in use, the railway track. And I was thinking, I wonder if by chance this was the old, part of the old, well, it would have been part of the old road, I guess. That would take people, it would be long before the road to Timmins from Sudbury is relatively new. I say relatively new, 30, 40 years, 40 years probably. And so this probably was the road into, maybe you took up to as far as Levac in those days. I can't remember how far, or even up to Cartier, I guess. Anyway, a little bit historical unknown. Anyway, let's go. That embankment, as you can see, is another railway bed, only this one the tracks have been removed. I'm not sure about that either, but I suspect that was used probably by Valley when it was Inco, as a means of transporting ore from Levac area. Nowadays they bring it by truck. Very popular snowmobilers. In fact, I believe it is part of the official snowmobile trail. The area between where I'm standing and that railway bed is part of marsh. With a bit of luck, we may even see one of the residents. When we come to kind of an interesting part, there's quite a bit of water. I was going to say a couple of ducks in the water, but I actually think they're loons. Gets a little shaky when I put it on telescopic. Anyway, I'm hoping there's a little stream and I may not be able to get past it. We'll see better when I get on. But I love these little waterfalls and stuff. We'll just progress until we can. She's already got herself into the mud. And, oh God. One of her favorite places for obvious reasons. Ice on the water doesn't bother her. So here we are, where one pond overflows the road to another. I'm hoping I'm going to get across, because otherwise it's a short walk. And just in case I didn't mention it before, there's her ladyship. Haven't gone in the water who knows how many times. I think there might be a passage over, so I'll give it a try. So we got over. Now we're at a beaver dam. And we'll walk along here a little bit, and I'll try and hold this steady enough. You might be able to see the beaver house. There, right there. Now I've watched beaver in here before, and we'll see what we can see again. That really be a great thing. Now we have even a bigger challenge. If I had my normal hiking stick, my proper hiking stick, rather than one of these damn collapsible poles, it wouldn't be that big an issue. I'll give it a look, but I don't feel very confident in making it over there. This is a real pity. Well, I made it. It was a bit of a surprise. I like to use my right hand, so coming over here, use my right on the pole, and there's a few places that went real deep, so I had to switch to my left hand, so that was even more awkward. So anyway, until our next adventure, we will carry on. And we're now closer to the beaver hut, and there's actually two of them. One older than the other. And in the background, I mean, we might get even lucky. You can see where the water's coming down. It's rushing quite a bit. And we're going to try and work our way over to that. So it'll take a while, I guess, but you weren't doing anything anyway, so there you go. So here we are at another beaver dam. No beaver in this. The beaver house is there. This feeds the beaver pond we just passed by. And there's another one right ahead. And here's a pond here. I can see running water into the back of it. And I really like this time of year. Just running the water and that sort of stuff. The place is alive, and when the sun's out, oh my God. Who would live anywhere else, eh? Here's that next beaver dam. Note the water's quite a bit of water here on the road. It's not accumulating, it's running down and it's going into that pond there and then flowing back into the other one. So lots of action. Sorry to be so boring about all the beaver dams and that. However, you know, I'm kind of fascinated by the whole thing, and it is my film. Well, we've been climbing up a slight grade for the last little while, and we're come to the end of this road. However, we're going to make a left turn first. There's the highway, shows you how close we are to the highway. And this road here, this small path, is going to take us to that railway bed that I mentioned earlier. So here we are in the railway bed. I'm pointing to my right. Snowmobiles, well, you can actually see the sign, slow. So generally what you would see on a snowmobile trail, the trail would swing left, and you would go from here to, you can go to Minnesota Road 80, formerly called Highway 69 North, between what was Sudbury, Old Sudbury, and Valley East. You would go behind the old fruit mine, which doesn't sort of exist on the surface anymore, and behind the still mine complex as well. But we're going to go along this route for a while. See, we're fairly high up. There's some marsh, and just take in a few things. We're going to come back this way because better circumstances we would go make kind of a loop. It would be very, very wet unless I change my mind. That's happened in the meantime. But anyway, this bed, by the way, as you can see, it's all stone, slag, and probably tailings. And I've ridden it and walked it. I've ridden it on a bicycle. It's kind of a rough ride. Ideal for snowmobile bed, and of course ATVs. Unfortunately, but traveling where probably they don't have permission. I don't know what the deal is. I know these folks do have permission, but down near the end here they run into some private property, and of course permission is for the season only, not for anybody. But that's an issue as well. So anyway, let's carry on here for a while and see what we can see. So we're above one of the ponds. One of the places that I showed you a few minutes ago. And you can see below us that the beaver have been quite active. I did see some new stuff on one of the ponds, but also new stuff on their dam over there. So they've been working like beavers. Well, here's one of my favorite places, mainly because of the water flow, and it's coming out from under that culvert, and we'll get a little bit closer and let you hear the sound. So this is a bit on the highlands, and the water goes, and this is the intake right here of that culvert, under the bed, which, and by the way, there's lots of erosion in this one particular area right here, and it spills out, and there's a man-made wall. Now whether it was supposed to go to the left or not, because the wall has collapsed, it's hard to know. But the water here is going to our right, or it's directed towards our right, I should say. And there's our beaver pond. There's the beaver's house. Right there. Excuse me, a wiggle. And what I pointed out in the background was the water coming down. This is where it's coming down from. Here's the outlet from that man-made sluice, I would think. Oh, and there's where I'd see it, and it's coming down. There you go. Give the beavers a place to live. More erosion. It's funny the way it happens, where it happens. Whether it's water coming down off of this side, which is probably the reason. You can see that the dirt has been shifted. Not much marks here on the bed, but just carry on a bit, and it's quite wet area here. I have a sneaky suspicion I'm planning to make it a loop. We'll see. Here's an old beaver dam that's obviously sprung a leak somewhere along the line. Hear the water rushing through. I don't know what the process is when they decide to give them up. Probably change houses or whatever, but you know that they maintain them when they need them, and I guess when they don't need them anymore, they just let it go and go back to close to where it was before. But this would be a very old one. You can't even see any wood anymore. Grass is growing on it. It's all muddy, silt. Not sure what the significance of this thing is. Seems almost like a crossroad, and you can see the marks from ATVs. You must have a route over when the ice is here. And there is a trail up here. It's always been in my mind to explore a bit further this side. I can remember starting out one time, and I can't remember what stopped me. Laziness, maybe? Further to the previous comments, it looks like there's a trail over there. You still see the snow that's packed, and you can see ruts. And sort of going across here. Now, why these other trails are there, I don't know, but those guys go anywhere they fancy, and they must have gone across the water there. Get out. So here's a snowmobile trail sign. It's out of the ground, and it points to a stop. So that crossroads may be part of an official trail. Okay, there you can see trail marks right ahead of me, for us, going up on that high part of land, and you can see what looks to be like the top half of a culvert. So whatever it is still in use, whether it's still official, because a lot of times they lose permission to use them and they have to renegotiate. If it is part of the trail plan, they work hard, they do a good job, and they groom it, all that good stuff. But they have people who cheat, won't pay their way, and it's a shame. You know, you pay 8, 10, 12,000 maybe for a machine, and you won't pay $200 to ride on a trail. You'll rather go where you're not allowed to go and create damage. I am kind of surprised they'd have a trail across a marsh like this, but on the other hand, especially when I'm on a trail right now. So anyway, that's I guess neither here nor there to me, because I'm not a snowmobiler, but always interesting, all this stuff. I was just thinking my gimpy leg dog used to go down here all the time and hasn't been going down, and now I find out that she's going down anyway. She just loves her dips. She seems to get so warm even when I cut her hair. Must be great. Be able to go in water regardless of the temperature. That's just... I'd say she's looking at me, but I knew she was peeing. Little brat. She's back. Not bad for a cripple. Now, wouldn't the view from up there be great? Oh, to be 65 again. All right, friends and neighbors, here's our goal. Right there is a bridge. Now the trick is to get on that bridge from up here. And it's always an adventure. But I'm just thinking I should follow the dog. She's just headed off down there. She has a better memory than me. It's amazing. Like we've gone down there before. I seem to remember. Okay, we'll see how we make it. Well, we made it down, in spite of having an inappropriate walking stick, and I would have enjoyed a good set of knees at the same time. If you're in reasonable good condition, you can make it easy, and actually probably even if you weren't in good condition. Now there was another route I considered, and I think that would have worked out, although coming down it could have slid. So here we are, I'm on the bridge, if you haven't figured that one out. And once again, we're blessed with some fast moving water. And we shall go here, and we shall go out there. Nice, huh? So, here's my little bud waiting for me. now going to go snow and maybe water and maybe our feet will get wet. They've been wet before. Plus, I have avoided getting soaked feet, but I didn't avoid getting muddy feet. So. Whatever will be, things will dry. This is where that snowmobile trail would have come out and met up with something I call the main trail. Main trail's still covered in snow at this part, but we're going to be out very soon. Well, here we are, remnants, I guess, of the old ski trail. There was a chalet here. I'm going to make a wild stab and say there's a sign here. I think I'd been here when it was a ski trail. I can't remember skiing on it. Probably did. I knew the guy who was developing it. Like everything that takes volunteers, it's left to the same bunch. And sooner or later those people get tired. And this is the outlet to the road, to the parking spot, where my dog patiently waits. So another good walk in Northern Ontario. Remember the name is Azilda, and I'm going to, hopefully I can find this on a Google map and mark out the trail, and maybe somebody would like to enjoy coming here. Maybe you don't know about this place. Maybe that's my purpose in life. Maybe it's time for lunch. See you around.